All right, here we go. Thanks for watching Mr. Newbold's videos. So helping you on the Unit 3 practice test. This is adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing rationals, as well as solving and setting up word solving problems. And so we'll just jump right into it, number 1. So we want to go ahead and multiple choice. Looks like we want to go ahead and do the indicated operation of multiplication. So really multiplication, to make it easier, we can go ahead and factor things out and cancel things. That'll make it a lot easier to simplify this problem. So this, let's see, they both have an x in common. So if we pull out an x, what's left? Well, the squared cancels with 1x, leaving us with an x. And then the x's cancel, leaving us with a 2. So we have x times x plus 2 over here, so that's on the bottom. On the top, we can factor that guy into x and x. What are factors of 14? Think about it. That's right, 2 and 7. 2 and 7 is 14. And so then we want to get a negative 5, and so the negative always goes with the bigger number. So negative 7 and a positive 2. Cool. Okay, awesome. This x squared does technically factor into x and x for x squared. There we go. And then we can go ahead and cancel stuff out. So right now this is being factored, and this one's timesing. This means times, right? Times everything. Awesome. Okay, so only one of those x plus 2's can cancel. You can do it vertically or diagonally. One of these x's can cancel there and there. So we're just left with x and an x minus 7. So x times x minus 7, excellent. All over, what's left in the bottom? Just an x plus 2. Nice. Now I don't see that as one of my answers, but I do see the x distributed back through as one of my answers. So x squared minus 7x all over x plus 2. Awesome. So that looks like it's going to be answer C. What is the quotient? So quotient means what is the answer of this division problem. So don't forget you have to flip, flip, and then you multiply, multiply. So don't forget that we take the first one, so skip the first one, so skip. And then we're going to go ahead and flip and multiply. So that x squared minus 16 goes on top, and the 2x goes on the bottom. Make sure that you flip. Awesome. Okay, let's see here. So we can go ahead now and factor the top. That factors into 4 and 4. And since there's no middle term, right? Since there's no middle term, like 0x to the first power, then it's just a minus and a plus. Awesome. So now we can cancel some stuff. Let's use a different color. There we go. So we can cancel the x's and the x plus 4's. Brilliant. Leaving us with just the x minus 4 over 2. So x minus over 4, 2 is D. There we go. Awesome, there we go. Okay, so next we're looking at number 3, doing subtraction now. And so we already have a common denominator, which is awesome. So you're going to go ahead and combine the top over the bottom once. So just put 12x like that. And then you write down the 4x plus 6. And then you do have to distribute through that negative. So be careful there, distribute it through. So negative x and then negative times a negative 2 is a positive 2. And then we can go ahead and combine like terms. So 4x with negative 1x, 4 minus 1 is 3x, 3x. And then 6 with the 2, 6 plus 2 is 8. So we have 3x plus 8 all over 12x. Now remember, that's it, D. So remember that you cannot cancel these ones. No. Can't cancel because they're connected by the plus symbol, right? Connected by the plus symbol. Winding back. There you go. So can't cancel the x's there. However, if so if this 8 happened to be, I don't know, maybe like a 9 or something, then you could divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. So just a heads up there, you can reduce it sometimes if all three terms are reducible, right? Awesome. So just wanted to show you that and remind you that for the test next time. So again, we had 3x plus 8 all over 12x. Nice. Okay, number 4. So addition now without a common denominator. So we basically need to get a common denominator. So we're going to take 7x and we're going to multiply it next to the 3 as well as next to the 4x minus 2. And the reason why we're doing that is because we get 3 times 7 is 21x. And then if we take that 3 as well and multiply it in front with the 7x as well as up above, distribute it through, then we get a common denominator of 21x. So 21x is our common denominator. And then we just have to combine the top over that bottom once. So 3 times 9 is 27x. 3 times 7 is 21. Plus 4x times 7x is 28x squared. Nice, 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 nice. Then we have negative 2 times 7x is negative 14x. I'm off the paper. Okay, cool. Then we can combine like terms. So we have our 28x squared. There we go, 28x squared. And then we have a negative 14x with a 27x. That's 27 minus 14 is 13x. And then plus 21, our answer is B. Excellent. So there's our answer there to help you on number 4. Okay, there we go. Looking at number 5 next. So these single ones, you can just multiply straight across the top and the bottom and then just reduce, right? Or flip and multiply. So don't freak out when you see this on the test. It's not as hard as it looks, but people do make mistakes. So multiply straight across, then reduce. Make these problems easy. Cool. Oh, but this one you will have to flip first and then multiply straight across and reduce. Cool. Okay, so then we'll go ahead and do 11 times 17 multiplying straight across. I could have reduced first. Actually, you couldn't. They're all prime numbers except for 12. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so we'll just multiply straight across. So we get 187 all over 19 times 12. Can you hear that tapping? So 19 times 12 is 228. And so the only thing I can think of to reduce is we do have n cubed over n. So n cubed is the same as n times n times n, right? So since they're multiplication, we can reduce one of them. So our final answer will just be 187 over 228 and then n squared. Ooh, it says to state the excluded values too. So that's what makes it 0 in the bottom. And even though we canceled it out, we still need to say that n should not be equal to 0, because in the very beginning, it would have excluded it. So that's our exclusion, and that's our answer. If you're not sure about that 187 over 228, if it can reduce more, I'll show you a trick. Thanks for watching. So you can take 187 and divide it by 228, and then it gives you a decimal. Then you go to the math button and go to frac, which is number 1, math frac. And that will actually change that decimal back into a reduced fraction, but that's as far as it goes. So that's our right answer there. Okay, remember to flip it. And so first, the exclusion, x can't equal 0, because you can't have 0 in the bottom. And then we'll cancel those, so we get 2 8s. Flip it, 6 over 7. So that's 12 over 56. And that can be reduced by 2, divided by 2. And so that's going to be 6 over, so 56 divided by, ooh, this is where I'll show you that cool trick. So I'll show you. So we'll go ahead and show you that. First of all, we'll do 56 divided by 2 is 28. Oh, now you can reduce more. So what we could have done, if you really thought about it and used your calculator, is you could have just put in the initial 12 divided by 56, push enter, and then if you push math frac, it reduces it for you. What? 3 over 14. Oh, and it's right. If you divide by 2, You do get 3 over 14. Nice, nice, nice. So that is our answer there for number 6. 6, 7 looks familiar from maybe a homework assignment previously. Same with 9. Possibly, yeah. So then we want to write our exclusions first. So m can't equal. Remember, it's the opposite sign of that number. That's what makes it 0 in the bottom, right? So not a sign. So not a negative 7, or not a positive 7, but a negative 7. And then this one would be a positive 8, right? Positive 8, because 8 minus 8 is 0, and you can't have 0 on the bottom. That's an exclusion, because you can't divide by 0. Remember that part? Like, for example, 8 divided by 0. Yeah, can't do it. Error in your calculator. There we go. Okay, so those are exclusions for points there. And so now we want to reduce this sucker, my favorite. So we can go ahead and cancel this minus m minus 8 and that one, and that m plus 7, that m plus 7. Because of multiplication, we can cancel stuff. And so we're just left with m minus 8 over 4. Sweet. There we go. Okay, number 8, we're going to have to flip and multiply. Should we do another video? How we doing? Ooh, 11 minutes. Okay, so we'll end this video here in 2 seconds. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. First, we're going to flip, and then you multiply. Okay, so we're going to flip, and we're going to go ahead and put x plus 8 up here, and then we're going to put x plus 8 as well down below. Ooh, but when you're listing the exclusions, you have to count the negative 10 and the negative 8, as well as the negative 8 from up here, because that's about to go to the bottom, right? So don't forget, when you're looking for exclusions, that you look in this one, and this one, and this top one. Cool. So look in 1, 2, 3 places for those exclusions when it's division. Cool. So now we flipped. Excellent. List our exclusion. We're missing an exclusion. Can you see it? What's the exclusion we're missing? We're missing 2 exclusions. What are they? You say it out loud first. Come on, I can't hear you. That's it. A positive 8 and a negative 4, because that makes it 0 on the bottom. So there's our exclusions. Don't forget your exclusions. Cool. Okay, so now we can cancel stuff out because this becomes multiplication now. Big dot. So the x plus 8s can cancel vertically as well as diagonally. Cool. So we're just left with m plus 10 over m plus x. What the devil? Why am I using m's? Those are all x's. That was my impression of Goofy. Did you like that? So, sorry about Danny. So it's supposed to be x's. And sorry about the bad impression. Don't know why I got my x's and m's mixed up there. Whoa. Okay, so there we go. We fixed it. So the x minus 8's cancel. So we're just left with x plus 10 over x plus 4. Nice, nice. So there's our answer, and those are exclusions. Don't forget to list all those on the test. Cool. Okay, there we go. So we'll go ahead and do 9, 10 onward on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace out. See you in a second.